Keep the change, you filthy animal.
The most wonderful time of the year. You are the crazies in the lab. I am Lee, and you saw that title right there. We are talking about 8 Christmas Mandela Effects for the year. Yes, we're doing 8 Christmas Mandela Effects. Yes, that's right, to blow your mind, get you going. This is where I usually say, y'all remember some of these Mandela Effects might not be new to you, but they will be new to somebody else. But these are holiday ones, so hey, they can be new, they can be old, but they will be new to somebody else. So best believe that for sure. Also, with that said, man, if you like this at any time, y'all remember to hit that good old thumbs up button, subscribe, and leave me your Christmas messages as well as your Mandela Effects down below so we can do another one of these Christmas Mandela Effects before the holidays is over. So without further ado, let's get this moving. Let's go and do an 8 Christmas Mandela Effects. Number 8 for today, we are going to the North Pole. Yes, yeah, the North Pole. You know it already. I know it already. You're sitting here like this already. But for the ones who don't know about the North Pole, let's quiz you out. What do you think? Describe the North Pole to yourselves. Describe it to yourselves. Right. Yes, North Pole is on the north part of the hemisphere. It's covered in ice. That's where Santa Claus lives, right? Well, yes, Santa Claus does live there. It's at the top of the world, yes. But what if I told you that there is no ice on the North Pole? There's no ice in the North Pole. It is literally just part of the goddamn ocean. It's an ocean. There's water. No ice land, no nothing, no mass or anything like that. Google even brings it up saying that there's no land. It is one big ice glacier, which is crazy to me because that's where Santa Claus came from. Let alone there's people that live in the North Pole too as well. But what do y'all remember this great old North Pole Christmas Mandela effect for you? Do you always remember the North Pole having ice, being an ice sheet of ice where Santa Claus lived and everybody goes, Buddy the Elf ran away to go to New York to? Or are you in this reality remembering the North Pole and never having ice and just being a body of water?
Those who's are hard to frazzle, Max. But we did our worst, and that's all that matters.
His heart grew 10 times the man, and it grew and he grew and he saved the sled. And yes, we are talking about Grinch, and we're talking about the Grinch who stole Christmas. Yes, that is right, the Grinch who stole Christmas. Well, in my reality and many other realities, that was the title of the book and the movie too as well, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. But in this reality, this day and age, in this timeline of physics of life, it never was Grinch Who Stole Christmas. It was How the Grinch Stole Christmas. What? Are you telling me it's How the Grinch Stole Christmas? We knew How the Grinch Stole Christmas because it was the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, not the story of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It blows me away, and it's hard to find any kind of evidence of it being the old way we all remember. We all remember, I know you do remember, the Grinch Who Stole Christmas. That is the title of the damn thing. But this reality, like I said before, it is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And it just throws me off. But how do you remember this one? Has it always been to you How the Grinch Stole Christmas? Or are you like me and millions others of us Dr. Seuss fans, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas?
You sing alone, you can sing in front of other people. There's no difference.
Actually, there's a big difference.
3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. That is right, we are talking about the 12 days of Christmas, and my quiz to you for today for the Mandela Effect is, were they given or were they sent? Yes, did your true love give or did your true love send to you? Ding, 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 ding. I'll give you 5 golden rings if you got it right. If you are saying my true love sent to me, you are right. You're correct. In this reality, it always has been my true love sent to me. That is right. That is right. But in my reality and millions of realities, my true love, their true love, all gave to me. That is right. My true love gave to me. That's how I remember it, but it has never been gave to me. It is sent to me, which makes no sense because your love's right there, right? Your love's with you. She's giving it to you right now. That just means your love was far away. She wasn't even there, and she had to send it to you. But how do you remember this Mandela Effect? Has it always been to you, my true love sent to me? Or are you like me and millions, many of millions others? my true love gave to me.
Oh, fuck.
You're gonna shoot your eye out. You're gonna shoot your eye out. Yes, we're talking about freaking good old Christmas Story. We're talking about Ralphie to himself. Great movie. I love this movie. It's just the greatest movie of all Christmas movies of all time, besides Christmas Vacation. But we are talking about Ralphie. In the first one, we were talking about his glasses. Now, how do you remember his glasses? Do you always remember his glasses being black? Or do you remember his glasses being kind of like a reddish brownish color? Now, if you are saying black, well, you are wrong but correct in my universe. In my universe, they were black. That is completely what they were. They're completely black. But now in this universe, this reality, they are kind of this brownish, reddish, fadish, kind of like that new plastic stuff that you see nowadays kind of color. And it looks so modern for the time of this movie to me. But how do you remember that? Now, as well as we're staying on Ralphie and we're going to the pink nightmare, and you already know what I'm talking about, the bunny rabbit, the bunny suit. And look at the bunny suit and look at the ears from the feet and the ears on top of his head. The ears, the inside of his ears. Do you always remember those ears being that pink? Now, if you're saying yes, well, you're correct. That is exactly what it is and exactly how you see it in this reality, at this time and age, this day and age. But in my reality and many other realities, we remember the bunny suit, those ears inside of them being white and a little light pink too as well. White and light, not that bright of a color at all with inside the ears. It just looks so off now with that. It's just like it blows me away. But how do you remember these Mandela effects? Do you remember the black glasses? Or do you remember the brownish reddish glasses? And how do you remember the bunny suit? Those ears, man. Do you remember them being that bright of a fuchsia pink? Or do you remember being in white like I do? That is right. On this breaking news, on this Christmas special, I actually just wanted to kind of put a Christmas facts into the mix real quick as we were doing the Mandela Effects. And I just wanted to put some Christmas facts into this. So my first fact of Christmas is that Die Hard, the movie, yes, the Bruce Willis movie itself, the first one, yes, it was filmed during Christmas time, but is not a Christmas movie. That is correct. Die Hard, the original Die Hard with Bruce Willis, is not a Christmas movie. And if you don't believe me, here's from fucking Bruce Willis, the man himself.
I did this roast for one reason and for one reason only. To settle something once and for all. Now please listen very carefully. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It's a goddamn Bruce Willis movie.
That is right. He tells you it is not a Christmas movie. It's a Bruce Willis movie. That is correct. Hippie-ki-yay, motherfuckers. That's one fact. The second fact has to do with I guess we call it a Christmas song, but it is not originally or not meant for Christmas. And I'm talking about Jingle Bells. That is right. Jingle Bells is not a Christmas song. It's not a traditional Christmas song at all. Jingle Bells is actually a song about guys going to a bar, going drinking, and going out there to try to find some girls. You know, Jingle Bells. That's exactly what it is. Craziness. Die Hard's not a Christmas movie. Jingle Bells is not a Christmas song. Breaking news. Christmas facts.
I suppose it all started with the snow. You see, it was a very special kind of snow.
Don't worry, kids, I'll be back another day. And we are talking about Frosty the Snowman indeed, since I'm singing this song. And Frosty the Snowman, the lovable, huggable, magical snowman that comes alive during winter time. And we are all picturing Frosty in himself right now. And now we all know that he had the coal eyes, he had the button up, he had freaking carrot nose, and he had the magical hat that brought him to life. And he also had a wonderful neck attire to keep his neck warm, right? Yeah, man, Lee, he had the scarf, right? He had all that excitement on it. Well, I'm wrong, Ben. You're wrong because Frosty the Snowman never, ever wore a scarf at all. Never had a scarf, never synced him in a scarf at all. In this reality, at least, because he never had one in this reality. Now, in my reality, he had a scarf. Many realities, he had a scarf. You see it right here. He had a scarf. And I know some people might be like, Lee, there was a second one, and where he was wearing a bow tie, you've been getting him messed up. How in the bloody snow hell am I going to get a bow tie messed up with a scarf? Not happening. Not happening. How do you remember Frosty? Do you remember Frosty always having that wonderful scarf around his neck? Or are you from this reality, and this reality, or your minds be erased, and all you remember is Frosty being the way he looks now with no scarf?
But do you recall the most famous
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose? But we're not talking about Rudolph himself, because we already know he had a shiny nose. He already led the freaking reindeers through the snow with Santa, all that stuff. We are talking about the other reindeers, 2 of them to be particular. But, well, listen to this.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen.
Now, as you were singing all those names and naming all the names, that sound right to you? All of those names of the reindeer, all those names, including Donner and Blitzen? If you're saying yes, well, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. I'm wrong. Everybody's wrong, because the reindeers, those reindeers' names was never Donner and Blitzen. That's correct. It was Danter and Blinksman. Yes, it is. I can't even pronounce it right because it blows my mind away. Donder and Blixen. That is right. You see it right there. I'm showing you right there. That is the name of those 2 reindeers. So you're telling me we've been singing this effing song completely wrong. We've been getting these names completely wrong. And you can go through the list and songs of this song and listen to them all, and most of them say Donner and Blitzen, Donner and Blitzen, Donner and Blitzen, Donner and Blitzen. I quit looking because all I heard was Donner and Blitzen, Donner and Blitzen. It is. Google Peter says it's Donder and Blitzen. I am mind blown about this, but how do you remember these reindeers? Have you always, and still to this day, call them Donner and Blitzen? Or are you from this reality and know that it's always been Donder and Blitzen?
Look! The Northern Lights!
All aboard the Polar Express. Yes, we are going on a journey. We talked about this in the live yesterday, which was an awesome live. Thank you for each and every one of you that showed up, put in the conversation, man. We were there for 4 hours, and I brought this up, and I'm talking about Polar Express, the movie, Tom Hanks movie. You already know what I'm talking about. Probably one of the greatest, on the top of the list, Christmas movies of all time, Polar Express. Well, you hear me calling it Polar Express. To you, was the movie always called Polar Express? Yes, Polar Express. Now, if you're saying, yeah, yep, exactly how it is. I watched Polar Express the other day. Hey, have you seen Polar Express? Yeah, I've seen Polar Express. It was an awesome movie, man. Polar Express gets a 10 out of 10 for me. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. It never was Polar Express. You never told somebody you watched Polar Express, because it was always the Polar Express. That is right. Another "the" put into something that was taken away. The Polar Express. That is correct. That is what the name of the movie is and always has been, the Polar Express. But how do you remember this? Has it always been the Polar Express for you, like in this universe? Or are you like me and many of us that have described this movie, telling somebody to go watch Polar Express? The chimney goes Saint Old Nick. Oh yeah! Click, click, click. Yeah, so we are talking about Up on the Rooftop. Yes, Up on the Rooftop, that wonderful song you sung when you hear him click, click, clicking on the roof before he goes down the chimney, puts all the stuff in the stockings for all the kids eating the daisies. And we are talking about technically the name, the title of this song. Yes, you heard me call it up on the rooftop. That's correct. If you have always called it up on the rooftop, you're correct. If you are still saying up on the rooftop, you're wrong, because I've been just saying it too. You're wrong. It has never been called up on the rooftop. It is called up on the housetop. Oh, up on the housetop, click, click, click. It just sounds weird to me. Up on the housetop. Now, the original version poem of this, it was up on the house. Yes, you can look up these lyrics and it's up on the housetop. But yet, the song to me and the title to me was always up on the rooftop. Click, click, click. That's just what it was, up on the rooftop. But how do you remember this great classic song? Do you always and still to this day sing it up on the rooftop? Or are you from this reality and have been singing it right the entire time, up on the housetop? 8 Christmas Mandela Effects to blow your mind, get you into this holiday season. Like before, if you enjoyed this at any time, please remember to hit that thumbs button, subscribe, and leave me your comments about these Christmas ones and some more Christmas ones down low so we can do another video before this holiday season does come to the end. If I don't see you before all that known, if you don't come to the channel, you disappear for a second anywhere out there, y'all, I wish you a wonderful, wonderful holiday, a happy Merry Christmas, a blessed one too as well. And I always say, keep your mind open, because those eyes will see everything in front of them. Y'all stay crazy.
Hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.